Shalom friends, I'm going to continue today the series of the Daf Yomi. We are dealing with page number 80 in Masechet Nedarim. That is naturally Daf Pei, interestingly enough. So we've been talking all about releasing vows and muttering now vows, having them nullified, or within regards to having them released, different vows over the past few days. And now we're talking all about a concept called Inui Nefesh, where someone could make a vow that can be painful upon themselves within regards to something. A woman could, for example, make a vow that they will not adorn themselves with makeup or whatever it might be, or tan lotion, or bathe, have hot baths or whatever it might be. These are all forms of adorning themselves or making themselves look good. Now, what is going to be the case within regards to that? This is something which could be under the category of something called Inui Nefesh. Okay, so first of all, just to start off, our Gemara questions whether ability to bathe should be considered Inui Nefesh, this concept. Since we find that on Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, it's actually in the Torah commandments, we learn in Parshat Emor, in Sefer Vayikra, that it says that commands us to suffer Inui Nefesh on Yom Kippur, on the Day of Atonement. It's one of the categories that one must not benefit from. And for instance, people that are not allowed to bathe, they're not allowed to eat, they're not allowed to drink respectively, or anoint themselves with different things. However, what's interesting is that there's a punishment if you're going to eat a substantial amount of karet, which is a spiritual incision, as they say in the Code of Jewish Law, for desecrating the day. However, if you're going to bathe on Yom Kippur itself, on the Day of Atonement, it's not necessarily going to get that punishment you would get if one is going to, if one's going to eat. So is this really considered Inui Nefesh or not? Because on Yom Kippur, if you're going to bathe, you don't get a punishment of karet, which you would get if you were going to eat. So is it really Inui Nefesh or not? Because the pasuk in the Torah says that you should afflict yourselves, and you're not punished for bathing. So maybe it's not Inui Nefesh, one could argue. So there's a great rabbi named Rabbah. He answers that the Torah distinguishes between the requirement for immediate Inui Nefesh on Yom Kippur and the long-term Inui Nefesh implied in a neder. So for example, Inui Nefesh of Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, involves activities such that cause suffering within a relatively short period of time, like eating or drinking. However, a person can go for a relatively short time period without bathing. They don't need to, they can manage without it for a sustained time period, and it will not create a situation of Inui Nefesh, this short period of time, unlike eating or drinking, which will cause this issue over time. However, obviously, for many people, not bathing for over a long period of time, it's going to cause a problem. So for a short period of time, which hence could be just Yom Kippur itself, respectively, not bathing, that's not really an Inui Nefesh, because it's a short period of time. Also, to add on, according to Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz, Zechet Tzadik Lebracha, he actually cites a Gemara in the Masechet Yoma in Daf Ayin Daled in Amud Bet, which was a source for limiting the punishment of karet for spiritual incision for Inui Nefesh and Yom Kippur. It's solely for eating and drinking, it states over there. And it's based on the way the passages in Parshat Emor in Sefer Vayikra is read. We find that the term Avadati et hanefesh is placed immediately after the stated punishment of karet, that pasuk is, and it's a juxtaposition over here. It's understood to limit the punishment only to Inui Nefesh that have the potential to, for example, lead to loss of life. Those including eating and drinking. However, for bathing, if you're not going to go 5 days without bathing, unlike not eating and not drinking, there's not going to be any loss of life in nearly at 99.9% of the circumstances. However, if you're not going to eat or drink for a substantial period of time, like a week or whatever it might be, that could cause a loss of life at that point in time. So it's an interesting Gemara talking all about adornment. I very, very much recommend to look at the Koran Gemaras, incredible Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz, to look at all the resources and all the things he quotes. It's the most phenomenal set from Masechet Nedarim, and he does for the whole Talmud Babli. Guys, have an awesome day, and be well. Bye.